Hey everyone, welcome back to more SOVL. I'm DisturbingPuppet. So today we're continuing trying out the new faction. It's the new DLC faction, the Knights of Avalon, who are very similar to the Bretonnians. A bit more Arthurian in a way, I think, than the actual Bretonnians are. But we have our leader here, Nadia Spellweaver, who is mainly a spellcaster, mainly because I used the Paladin, sort of the fighter, in my last run when I played these guys when they first came out, just on my own. Lots of spells, some interesting stuff. We've got ways to reroll saves. We've got ways to give our knights some bonuses. We've got a little bit more toughness. Yeah, just all kinds of just general stuff like that. We can also stop a unit from moving. So as we've progressed through, we're now going to be starting Act 2. We do have our other knight squad that are now upgraded to Kingsguard, whereas these guys are just knights aspirant that are with her, who are sort of the starter pack of squires on horseback. Essentially, they're not actually full knights, kind of seems like. We've got some sword militia. We've got heavy armor on them. Halberd militia with heavy armor. We did pick up a mercenary dwarf cannon running through, which has been kind of fun. And we have some mounted hunters who are fairly weak. They don't count as knights. We don't get them with the bonuses that we have for some of our abilities here. We do have short bows, but I've increased their range a bit. And they can deploy forward, hand weapons, although it does show them with spears, but sure. Yeah, so we're starting Act 2. Let's check out the map. We do have a quest I would like to do, and then I do want to kind of heal up before we get to the end. So we can make that work. If we backtrack out, I think let's do like either one of these. We do a couple fights, have an event, buy some stuff, if we could afford it by then, and then move up this way to the event. So we'll start down here. At this point, the fights do get a lot harder from Act 2 on. I've had a few where like the first fight is really tough actually in Act 2, so I'm hoping we don't have something too crazy where it's like survive this many turns against like a massive it was like 5 or 6 steam tanks basically, and just like survive 6 turns. Like, okay, I'll try. It's not great. All right, so we are starting out. I can deploy my hunters forward if I want to, because this is kind of restricted. Maybe we put you out this way. We could even deploy you out further if we want to. Since we have this wide open area, that's quite good for cavalry, so I think we're just going to throw our heavy cavalry out on the flank. Cannon, I think we'll put somewhere also in there to soften them up. We've got swords, we've got halberds. Halberds can pretty much kill just about anything. I'm just gonna like go hardcore on this side, and then maybe what I'll do is we'll just sort of deploy these guys to kind of cover this way. I don't expect too much to be out this way, but we'll see. The armies do get a lot bigger at this point too. So we are fighting elves. They do have a bolt thrower, which is not great. Elf City Guard. These guys, do they have... Yeah, they've got longbows and spears and shields. They're not great. City Guard, and they have Weapon Masters, who are kind of the two-handed, sort of the, what were they called in Warhammer Fantasy? The high elf guys that have the great swords. Sword Masters of something? Anyway, not necessarily ideal. We do have the first action, though. I wonder, if I take a cannon shot at your bolt thrower, can I kill your bolt thrower before it starts killing my knights? I kind of doubt it, but it is possible. You've got 5 wounds with 4 defense. I'm going to give it a shot. We got like the worst possible result. We got 1 hit. We did do 1 point of damage to it. Not great, as you can see. Alright, we are in charge range, not for them. We do want to get up into position, but if I get closer, they're going to have better shots at us, so we'll hold off on that for a bit. Let's go ahead. We do have the increased range now. If I move up a tiny bit, I think 4 might be my max. Yeah, I think 4 or better is our best shots. We do only get 3 hits. There's only, like, 1 bow with each guy, so... Do pick off a couple of them. We don't necessarily want to engage them, necessarily. I'm gonna try to make a bit of a run out. See if we can sort of lure them in. We've got the movement advantage. Oh, he shot at my tank. Okay. So 1 hit as well, which we make the save for. Haha. So our heavy weapons are just gonna, spar, apparently. I think I will move the swordsman up around this. Not that we necessarily want to be fighting. That's a bit too far. Like great swords, but we can if we have to. Well, they ran way out there. All right, they only land 7 hits on us. We do have a 3 or better armor save. We do have a reroll, so we do take 1 point of damage. Nothing too crazy. But they're probably already in my charge range. I was just out of it. Well, you guys are about to get hammered. So I will move up into charge range. Do I want to freeze any of them from moving? We could stop the other city guard from moving. There's no great targets for this, honestly. Yeah, I mean, we might as well. Just keep you guys back, but they're just going to shoot at us then at range. They don't really care as much if they can't move. Some long-range shots in. They do land 5 hits on our militia. We have heavy armor, so at least we have a decent save. 1 guy dies. So not fantastic. I think we could probably position... Well, I don't know. Can we run past their charge to go after the bolt thrower? We could also angle over that way. That might be the better option, honestly. So if we go ahead and move, we have to kind of get up a little bit and over. It'll still kind of let me do this. Take a look at their charge. I do want to be over a bit, so we'll stay out of that whole mess. I'm not in range to charge anything here. I just kind of want to threaten these guys. If they do want to keep moving up, we'll go after them. Or we can charge into the back. Probably we'll take a crossbow bolt. Hopefully we don't lose more than 1 knight. And here I'm going to shift over as well. We'll do the same kind of odd repositioning over, but we'll hold about even. So I think we just have the 1 charge here. We can't get anybody there. We will go ahead and charge home here. I don't want these guys shooting us up with longbows at range, so we'll just kind of take it. Okay, they are coming in on us pretty aggressively. Do I have a cannon shot across? I do. Let's see if I can take him out. 3 hits. That might take him. Nice. Okay, they're going to shoot us up a bit. So 11 hits, but these guys do have good armor, so 2 better save. Come on. Okay, we do lose 1 guy to the bows. Definitely dangerous. All those longbows firing at us. I think I don't even have to move. We can just shoot you. Let's see if we can pick off a few. 3 more hits. Yeah, we get 1 more. So your charge, potentially, is a bit odd. We could shift over, though. I think I can get over out of your way, and we can angle up. Well, I'm still in the charge range there, aren't I? So how about... Problem is, I need to pivot far enough over that I can still get to their flank without getting charged. That will work. So now we can get a flank charge on them, although we don't really want to be fighting them. These hunters aren't really designed for that, but we could shoot them up and they just turn. Just buy us another turn to shoot at them a little bit. Let's see. I'm already in charge range. I don't even have to move if I want to engage them directly. I might be able... I wonder if I can get to their flank. If I come out... I don't know if I can turn hard enough. Yeah, that's probably going to be a frontal charge. Even from there. I could just ignore them and go after the weapon masters. Because they can only charge that distance. If I can make it past that... we're stuck on the terrain there, so let's go back a little bit. Yeah, I mean, that's certainly doable. We could absolutely ruin the weapon masters with a rear and a flank charge on them. Does leave them open. They could only shoot back here, but we could get a cannon shot into them. So I think that works. Over here, because there's quite a few of these guys, let's take the extra attacks, which we can only do once per battle. We don't have both of my knights fighting. We can only do this once a turn, getting the rerolls. I could give ourselves +1 skill. We could also get a reroll, but I think we already have a reroll. Roll failed damage saves. I can't scroll down inside. It's not really helping. It's just the curse standard. Greater protection, the battle hardened, +1 wound, unyielding, reroll failed damage saves. Yes, we already have a reroll failed damage saves. I think that affects the whole squad, because we saw that before. But I am not... Yeah, greater protection, reroll 1s. Okay, so they reroll 1s on damage saves. So they have a limited reroll. But we could make it reroll any fail if we wanted to, or we could have increased skill. The increased skill will help us a little bit. Our skill's a 4, theirs is a 4. So the increased skill, I don't think it really makes any difference. In Warhammer Fantasy, I understand it perfectly. In this game, it's a bit weird. I think the worst you can possibly have to hit somebody is a 5 in this game, I think. If it's like within a certain range, it's basically just a 50% chance. So 4 or better, you're going to hit on a dice roll. So the +1 skill doesn't really matter when we're pretty even. So I will go ahead and burn this for the reroll. So we reroll everything rather than just once. And then I think we're just going to have these guys sit tight. I'm not going to do anything. Cannon already shot. So let's call it good. Trying to minimize losses here too. So our leader alone gets 1 hit. That's 1 dead. Our charge, only 9, which is not fantastic. They made quite a few saves. We did end up killing 6. Counterattack, 7 hits on us, which is pretty good. With our reroll, we take no damage. Excellent. And they break. So for charges, we definitely want to charge into your rear. I will also charge the flank just to make sure we destroy those guys, and that's all I'm going to do. We could charge them too. They might move out and shoot us here, which would kind of suck. I'll rely on my cannon, and then we'll try to pivot to fight. So before we do anything, let's try to drop their numbers, see if we get a good cannon shot off. Get 3 hits, 3 kills. Shooting up my swordman, 6 hits. A couple more guys go down. Infantry are a bit easier to replace than anybody else, so that's kind of fine. Do we want extra attacks here? I don't think we need it. Let's hold off, because we might want it here on these guys. I don't have any damaging spells, unfortunately. I could go ahead and give the bonus here, because these guys are pretty whittled down. We could just give them a reroll as well. We could do that. The hunters will actually take a few hits. We could give them a reroll. I'm going to move up to absolutely ruin your flank. I don't have the movement really to get to the rear. So we'll just kind of be ready to charge the flank. Yeah, let's give the hunters a reroll. I don't want them getting too wrecked. And I'm just going to have our infantry hang out. Well, we could move in. To get some revenge, we could send the swordsman in as well. We'll just do that, because we're going to charge home next time anyway. So over here, our hunters, 8 hits is actually pretty good. So we end up getting a couple attacks back. We've got a reroll, we're good to go, no problem, nobody died. Attack roll in the back. 7 hits. Couple more. So they could hold if they roll snake eyes, but they're gone. Alright, didn't take any losses there, which is excellent. We're going to go ahead and charge into your flank, and I'm going to send the swordsman in as well. If we lose some swordsmen, it's not a huge deal. We're going to ignore that, that's fine. Once the enemy AI units don't recover, so once they've broken, we're totally fine. We should have this without a problem. I will go ahead and use my ability here. So we'll reroll 1s for damage saves. And we reroll all our damage saves as well. You guys don't have anything special. We'll just kind of try to get you out of the way. We'll sort of escort them off the map. Unfortunately, there's no like catch up to them and wipe them out mechanic. I think that would be kind of cool, but I think it would be kind of brutal for you as well. And I I think initiative in this game would be kind of cool as well, but it would make things more complicated, for sure. We'll go ahead and shoot some of these guys down as they try to escape. Get 3 hits. Pick off 2 more of them, just a lone guy left. Nothing for our cannon to do, so we'll just skip. Alright, our leader. 2 misses. Swordsman lands 6 hits. Take out 4. Counterattack's going to be kind of rough. 8 hits. We do have a 3 or better save. We make all. Wow, okay. Knights only get 6 hits. It's pretty pathetic. Take out quite a few. Alright, that's it. So we lost 3 swordsmen and 1 Kingsguard, which is a bit more of a loss. Knights Aspirant, we are down 1. Let's just take money, because we're trying to get another unit in before we get much further. Halberd Militia leveled up. Skill +1 would be helpful. +1 to combat score is also not bad. Let's take the skill. We're down a couple. We'll just take the money. Money. Sword Militia leveled up. Unit size, we could swell our size a bit. The skill would also be not bad. I like having about a 4 is generally pretty helpful. But you're pretty much on par with most everybody else you're going to fight. We are at 15 strength overall. We could pick up models and increase the size and probably get to like 17, something like that, 17, 18. Which is very tempting. Let's do that. Let's go for numbers for the swordsman. And I will take replacement there. Kingsguard leveled. Discipline's good, skill's good. We'll take the skill, I guess. Make them super strong. I will get my replacement knight. Here we are under... I'm not taking as much money as I should. I will go ahead and get more hunters, though. I do want them mostly up, ready to go. Let's take a look at our squads. All right. So Sword Militia, it did go ahead and extend us out, so we've got 6. Yeah, 6, 3 ranks of 6, so that's good. The hunters, we could go a bit more narrow, because even the guys in the back can still shoot with the bows, so that's fine. I am happy with that. All right. Take our next fight. Treants. Okay, that's going to be rough. If this is the one I'm thinking of, it's just a bunch of Treants. Yeah, it's another one of these survive, because there's going to be just a crap load of Treants. We can probably kill a Treant with you, probably with you. We could hurt one with the cannons. You guys are screwed. We might take heavy losses here. Cannon position isn't too bad, because I don't think this blocks line of sight. So... Halberds can deal with Treants. If there is somebody trying to take the flank, we'll cover them there. And I might even try to use you guys to soften them up. Potentially. Well, gotta be back a bit further, because we have to maneuver around this stupid lava lake. We'll go kind of like there. Alright, I might ignore that little narrow channel, but we could take it. No, we can't, because we've got that in the way. Never mind. Cannon position's fine. I don't think much is going to be coming over here. There could be some stuff right across, though. So I will position you on this side. You here. And we'll take this, kind of ignoring that side. So we can't just kind of buy for time. We do have 6 turns. What do we have? Dryads across. 4 Treants. 2 on that flank is way more than I expected. So we do have a Treant Elder who's just higher defense. 7. Nope, 7. 4, 6, 7, 6, 8, 10. 4, 6, 7. Okay, so he's got 1 extra attack. That's the issue. Dryads are also potentially a problem. I might just kind of sit tight and let them move. I don't know what kind of like movement they have. I'm hoping it's not fantastic. Should we shoot at the Dryads or should I shoot at a Treant? Let's shoot at the Treant, I think. Give it a try. 4 hits, 5 or better save. Nice. Well, we get double, right, we do double damage with the cannons. We just wiped out their leader with 1 cannon shot. Yeah, that works for me. I think I will just have you move up to intercept the Dryads. I just want to make sure I'm in charge range. Yep, we're good right there. Repositioning, which I'm not a huge fan of. We can have you deal with him and probably take him down. Cannon, I might have to rearrange and take shots out that way. I think we just kind of sit over here. Just buy as much time as we can to have them cross. But if they just run at us, it's going to be rough. I'm going to reposition a little bit in case we need it. Actually, let's do this a bit more aggressively. Let's move down a bit. And then I can kind of make up for that positioning. Okay, we're still outside of charge range. I will make a desperate attempt to shoot them with our bows. We could move up, get a decent shot, and then about face. Just a tiny bit more. That might be far enough. Yeah. We'll try. We do get 5 hits, but he's got 2 or better save. We did something, at least. We are going to wheel around and get away from the treants. I'm just going to go ahead and move. We can wheel around next turn. Only one of them can charge the front of these halberds anyway, so we'll just kind of be ready for that. Try to do some damage. They're already in position where I don't think the cannon can see them. But they can't charge us, so we can pivot the cannon next turn and get a shot. Would we get a shot? I'd have to back up, I think. I have to waste a turn to pivot. Then they move up. But then the start of that turn, they can charge before I get a cannon shot off, unless I pull the halberds back. So I think I'm going to have to do that. We'll try to draw them in. Let's just move as far away as I can, and we'll just turn around next turn. Here, I'm going to have you guys plan to go after them. We could also freeze a unit, so that's something we could do. I'll have to do that next turn, I think. Activate her early to freeze a unit with our web. For the time being, let's just head on up in a way where we can charge them, but they can't charge us. That'll have to do. We'll call that good. Okay, charges. We're going to send the King's Guard in. We're going to send our Maiden and her retinue in. And that is it. We are not doing any other charging. Okay, we are in charge range there. That's unfortunate. So, I can either give a buff to both of my knights here, or we can stop you from moving. I think we stop you from moving. That way I can get a cannon shot on you. But I can get double attacks. We're definitely going to do that. We're also going to do that here. Even though we're just fighting Dryads, they do have double health, so it's a bit of an issue. Do you want to get the cannon prepped? He can't move this turn, so we just go ahead and pivot, and we're kind of ready to go. We'll move up slightly. We're just going to cover this side. Pretty much no matter what you do, we're going to have eyes on you. He can't move. Did I go too far? I don't think I did. We should be okay. We're going to get charged no matter what. So I could go ahead and just kind of move into position. So I can get a charge off too. So we just have mutually assured destruction. In the meantime, I will go ahead and try to get some arrow shots into them. We'll pivot around. See if I can maybe do one more hit. I made all his armor saves. I don't really want to go anywhere with you guys. I think we'll just kind of sit tight right there. And then Sword Militia, mainly we just want to prepare and save the cannon if we have to, so we're just going to sort of hang out here, out of the way. Alright, let's see what we can do. Our Kingsguard. Only 8 hits, which is a bit unfortunate. 5 or better saves. So we killed 2 and did some damage to another one. 10 attacks back, 7 is pretty bad. 3 or better. We do lose 1. We did win, but not by a lot. Then they hold on. Hopefully this goes better over here. 3 hits, but they're 2 or better saves. I actually failed a couple of them. Interesting. Only 10 hits as well. 3 or better saves. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Counterattack, 4 hits. With our reroll, not awful. Ended up breaking him, which is nice. I was hoping that the Dryads would be taken care of as well. So we are getting charged there. Understandable. Don't want to do anything there. I could intercept, and then we could get a charge. I think that's not an awful thing to do. It stops him from getting the charge bonus. So we do that so he doesn't actually get the charge, and then our halberds go in where they can hopefully chop the tree down. That's kind of the plan. I'm not sure if he can move, just in case. I'm going to go ahead and take the cannon shot, see if we get lucky. 3 hits. So 4-ish damage. Just now charging out like a maniac. He's not within charge range, though, so we could just kind of hang out and shoot him with a cannon again, but he could pivot around and do something here, but I'm assuming we'll take him. Okay. Do I want to help the Kingsguard out in this fight? I mean, we'll definitely position ourselves to go for the flanks or rear. It's the abilities. I could help the halberds, so we could give the halberds a reroll. Or I can give the Knight's Guard a reroll with either one of our abilities there. These Dryads do have quite a bit of strength. I don't want to lose too many halberds, though, so I will give the halberds the Radiant Shield. And then I don't think I have anything else I can do. You don't have anything. You guys don't have any banners or anything to help you out. And I'm going to just stay here with the swordsman, just out of range, so we don't have to worry about it. We can just cannon shot him again, hopefully. I'm really hoping that the halberds do well here. Alright, Kingsguard. Again, only 5 hits out of 10. We killed 1, 8 hits back. Only 3, that's good for us. A couple saves, it is a draw, but we'll be fighting in their flank here real soon. Halberds. Since the maximum save you can have against a halberd is a 4 or better. Doesn't matter how tough you are. So we got to land some hits. 8, very good. What can we do? Alright, he was at 7, so that's 5. So he's at 2 health before we do the hunters. Counterattack, 4 hits. We do have a reroll, 5 or better. We still take 2 losses. Can we get 2 hits out of you guys? 6 hits, but a 2 or better save. 1. Okay, we did win by a lot, though, so you're probably going to break. Nope. But he's only got, I think, should have like 1 health left, I think. Yeah, he's at 1 health. So for charges, we come into the flank on the Dryads. Actually, Dryads being way tougher than I expected. That's the only charge we've got. You move up. Enjoy my cannon shot. Only 2 this time. Did make a save. He's down to 2 health. We are in charge range. I'd rather have him fight the swordsman. We still have 3 turns to go, so I'm just going to position so we'll just countercharge each other. He's weak enough that I'm hoping they die, we can turn around and help out. We'll just block so we can't attack the cannon. No abilities. We can use our ability up here, though, so I think I will. We'll just help out the knights. Reroll ones, damage reroll, all that kind of good stuff. Alright. 2 misses for our hero. She's not really a fighter, though. She's a spellweaver. 5 attacks from these guys. Lots of saves. Take 1. 4 hits back. All saves, and then this should be a bunch. 11 hits. Quite a few saves. They should break here. Yeah, they need a 1. Dryads are done. This should take you out with our halberds. 4 hits. Yep, just enough. He failed just 1, is all we needed was 1 failure. 2 hits back at us. Does crush a couple of us, though, in the end. Hunter's trying to help out. Yeah, we really only did 2 damage there out of that whole combat. Alright, I don't have anybody in position who can help, so we will go ahead and countercharge. He's only at 2 health. Or just ignore the Dryads. I might want to just get you out of the way and have the halberds come up behind. I'm not sure if we can reach, though. Can't shoot into combat. We'll just kind of try to get out of the way. I don't think I can turn here. Yeah. Because I want to come in the rear with the halberds so they won't get counterattacked. So if we just do like 4 left, I think we can turn. Yeah. So that's probably a flank attack there. Unfortunately, I can't shoot. Halberds got pretty wrecked. Come on up. Yeah, there's no way we're getting in range, I don't think. Bit short. We should be okay. We could set up for another flank from here. Maybe. Gonna hit that terrain. Here, not much we can do. We'll just kind of run on into this area. I will give a reroll to our sword militia defensively. That's about it. Yep, these guys don't have anything, so just have to do 1. I think it's 1 damage. 2 hits on us. Even with our reroll, they both die. 12 attacks. Only 5 hits though. Failed 1, so I guess he had. Yeah, they must have had 2. That's right. Yeah, we shot him twice with the cannon. He still had 2 health left, so now he should be at 1. Right? Yep, he's at 1. Well, we can hit you from all kinds of directions. That's blocked, so we can't get in, because that would be considered a front for whatever reason. So we send the hunters in as well. Fine. I was hoping we could get charges on both sides. Just didn't quite work out. You don't have anything. I will move the halberds up just in case the fight doesn't go our way, but most likely he's just going to break. Not sure if we can get in because of the positioning here with the terrain, though. So we'll just kind of hang out. And we can go extra skill. Sure, let's give the Divine Favor to the Sword Militia, and we'll just kind of hang out to watch. We just can't get into the fight, so that's fine. Alright, this time. He missed all his attacks. Look at that. Alright. We only get 6. He made all his armor saves. Hunters, please. 6 hits. Failed 1. That's what we needed. Excellent. So we actually won, like straight out, just won that fight, rather than avoiding fighting and getting chewed up. Do get some of our losses back. Alright. Level up with our hero. We do have a buy coming up, so I'll take Recruiter rather than extra health. She's not really a fighter, so like I do run the risk of her getting killed by an actual fighter in combat, potentially. Knights. We still can't level these guys up. I'm hoping we could level these guys up from being aspirants to actually being regular knights and then Kingsguard. I guess we go size, because let's just have a giant block of basic dudes. We do have a buy coming up. So let's prioritize money. as much as we can. The cannon leveled up. Increased attack range. It's not great, but it's something, so we'll take it. Militia got beat up, but we'll take money. Same, just everybody give me money for now. How's everybody's... Okay, the sword militia, that's a bit weird. Let's widen you guys out. Everything else is fine. So we'll have an event, and then someplace we can buy another unit. Dark Gift. Mysterious altar covered in eldritch runes. Your soldiers can ask for a favor, but at what cost? Select a unit. I don't remember. I think this is power and strength, something like that. So I'm going to try for the aspirants. So Nadia's guards here. So we do get the Dark Gift. So yeah, +1 power, +1 attack. So we do lose, I think, one guy there. Excellent. So just to double check. Yes. So they now have +1 power, +1 attack. So 3 attacks each. So we might want to just max out the size of this unit if we can. All right, and now we can buy something. We got a little bit of money. Can we afford much? We can get a paladin. So this is kind of the standard knight hero fighter guy. I don't want a sword militia retinue because it would pull her out of the knight's aspirant. I don't mind having another character. That's fine. It is pricey, but we can do it. I would like +1 defense, +1 wounds, though, but I can't afford it as well. We need more units, so I am going to go ahead and take the paladin, and that pretty much takes everything. We do get a few levels, so you do have aspirants as well. We'll take the unit size, I suppose, and we'll upgrade them to Sworn Knights. So he already has better knights than my hero does. I can afford a few things. Movement, reroll failed discipline tests. We do not count as being in cover all the time. That's kind of helpful depending on who we end up fighting. Elric's guys. Yeah, I think we'll take the Banner of Mist as well. In case we do end up fighting a lot of like ranged units, it's actually really helpful. So we have a new hero, and he's got his little squadron of Sworn Knights here. So Commander Elric has joined. So he's got the Holy Blade ability, +1 power, deal double damage, double wounds against monsters. And Aura of Vengeance, reroll 1s on attack rolls, which is very good. So he was the hero that I played with, not this name, but the same class, the first time I tried out this faction, the Knights of Avalon. I think we're in pretty good shape, actually. We do have a basic fight, event, and then an elite fight, which could be rough. Colossal Dreadmaw, it's another one of these. So it's like a giant T-Rex, basically, which is not awesome. The terrain also makes this difficult because they don't have good lines of sight for my cannon. So that kind of sucks. I'm going to put you out wide. This is taking up a lot of space, so I don't think it's going to be there, but I think there are other things. It's not just the Dreadmaw, there's other stuff. So let's deploy our cannon somewhere where we can kind of see down these lines a bit. Put you in here. Halberds could be quite useful. You on the flank I think is fine. We'll cover this channel here. I'll probably move you around. But that seems fine. Halberds over. I want you covering that line. These two on that. Is it just the Dreadmaw? I don't remember. It is just the Dreadmaw. So, massive T-Rex with 12 health, 8 attacks, 6 defense. That's all very, very bad. He's also very quick. So, before you do anything, let's freeze you in place. Arcane Web is very strong for this kind of stuff. I don't think I want to move you up, but we do have extra attacks and stuff, so we could potentially... So I could move up so we could charge if we want to. We have to kind of reset and see if we're close enough. I just want to be just barely in range. We'll just do that. In case I want to, and we've got the extra attacks too. Mainly, I want this to be cannon time. We do double damage. 4 hits, 5 or better save. Failed 2, so that should be 4 damage. Yep, so down to 8. Still pretty healthy. Took a cannon shot like a champ. You guys, I will move up the side here. Although your bows really aren't going to do much, but maybe we can be a bit of a distraction. We could head out, try to go to the flank, potentially. I can't see his charge radius now. I don't remember if he gets his charge back at the beginning of the next turn or not. We're hurt here with the Kingsguard, so I might just use this guy as a potential additional force rather than my other Sworn Knights. Actually, these guys are Kingsguard, these guys are Sworn Knights. Yeah, I'd really love if I could get these aspirants to Sworn Knights. That would be very helpful. Halberds, we will move over, hopefully not having to use you. Let's go a bit further than that. Same, just bring everybody over. I think we'll sit tight with these guys. Nothing else I can do, because I can only cast 1 spell a turn. I don't know if he can charge, is my question. Because we webbed him. I can't see. I can charge him. I would rather not charge him, though. Okay, I think he can't charge in this turn. He is changing. That's a problem, because now I can't shoot him with my cannon. Or can I? Apparently we can see through there. 3 hits. 4 more damage, so he's down to 4. We could make some long-range shots. I don't think I want to get close enough to take 4 shots. So we'll try it long range. We only land 1 hit, which is pathetic. He's got a 2 or better save. Yeah, he's fine. We'll stay here. That's fine. We could go after him at this point. We're already in position. We've got the action where I can do double damage. He's down to 4. I think if we hit him with everybody, we can trash him. I can't freeze him again, but we can definitely charge him from the flank and the front. So I'm just going to get ready to do that. We don't need to use any abilities, so we're fine. Everybody else, we're just going to hang out. There's just nothing we can do. We're just too slow. So I'm going to be kind of sloppy about this, and we'll just sort of move a little bit. Yeah, I think we'll just have to take it on the chin. Alright, he's going to try to charge us, but we can intercept him, so he's not going to get the charge bonus because we're stopping him from charging. But we are going to charge into his jaws anyway. So we're going to activate our ability here, so reroll 1s on damage saves. And then all knights reroll damage saves. We'll have extra attacks. We'll go ahead and go with the Holy Blade ability. I will move up with the hunters as well. We don't have a good angle, and I can't shoot into that. So even giant monsters, I think, like giant stuff, it might make sense. You can still take shots. Nothing else I can really do, so I think we're fine. We'll just skip it. Just get right to the fight. So, our hero here in the front. 2 hits. Does make 1 save, but he is doing double damage. That's about 2 damage done. Our other hero. 2 hits. Both save, though. Charging in from the front. 7 hits. 1 damage. He's got 8 attacks. Only landed 3, which is pretty good. Even with our reroll, we do lose 1. From the flank, 23 attacks. 11 land. Dead. Very dead. Cannon was really great there, helping us soften up before we went in. Alright, so we are down a bit. I will take some losses since we just spent a bunch of money. So let's recover some guys. Halberds up. You give me money. Sword Militia, stay at the same. That's fine. Kingsguard, yeah, give me 1. And our Hunter's leveled up. Size, I don't know that we really need. I will take the skill. That'll increase. It's both for our ranged and close combat weapons, so we'll take that. And we're only down 1. Just give me money. Do we even have another buy option? Yeah, we do have another chance to buy something. I don't know that we're going to have enough money to actually pick up anything, though. Okay, so that's fine. That's fine. That's all fine. This, you all can fight in this formation because of our special ability. We could also just do that, and I'm fine with that. The longer ones are kind of just a little harder to maneuver sometimes. That's all. Okay. Event. Holy gift. This is a holy place. Your soldiers can ask for a blessing, but make your choice carefully. Who wants a holy gift? I mean, I feel like my retinue is hardcore. One of the knights, really. We could help Elric's guys out, give them some kind of special ability. That's not an awful idea. Where are my Kingsguard? Level 4. We could do the Kingsguard. Let's give something to them, actually. So we reroll failed damage saves always. You know, if we're going to do that, I might want to give it to the Hunters because I don't have a way to help them out. I could also see doing this for the Halberds because we might want to throw them into really awful situations. I might do that, actually, because we might want to go after multi-health models with the Halberds just to help them survive a bit. Let's do that. All right, on to the big fight. Gravethorn, some kind of beastman thing. Defeat the enemy army. So this will be like an elite, probably. I think we do want to have somebody who can hit hard out over here. Let's pull... Yeah, our Sworn Knights, our new squad with the champion over here. I'll deploy in the forest with our hunters. We'll support here with the cannon, I think. Somewhere about there-ish. Halberds hang out next to you. Well, Halberds can go up through the woods, potentially. Sword Militia just hanging out next to the cannon for protection. And then over here we've got the Kingsguard and our Maiden to kind of trash whatever's over on this side, hopefully. Well, that's a lot of stuff. Alright. It's a lot of chariots. Goatman Shaman. Medic Grizzlethorn. We've got 3 chariots on the flank. Harpies. Mongrels, so kind of mixed beastmen guys who are skirmishers. Goatman Longhorns. With great weapons and a hero, and then more mongrels. And on the flank, Ibex warriors, so these guys have great weapons, heavy armor. These guys are sort of elite, but there's no hero. This squad does have a hero, so we might want to do something about that. What can I see with my cannon? I might want to just blow you up, since you deployed forward. The chariots are really quick. I'm going to try. Only get 1 hit, though. Didn't save, so we did a couple damage. We are in each other's charge here already. Yeah, it's a bit rough. We could try shooting you up. Close enough we can get a 3 or better. 6 hits. Yeah, only 1 damage. Kind of pathetic. We might have to take a charge right in the front with the hunters just to save our cannon. I will inch ahead in the forest slightly. Call it good. That we're going to have to deal with you. It's a mutual charge no matter what. So I will just kind of angle over. We'll just hang out next to the hunters here. So the shaman hasn't moved. He'll probably do stuff anyway, but we could stop somebody from moving. The harpies are really quick. They could potentially come after, like, my cannon, so I might want to just stop them from moving. They're not a huge threat, but I'm going to stop the harpies from doing anything. And I'll just advance slightly, I think. We'll hold up about here-ish. Fine with that. Halberds, we could fight the shaman. I think we'll just set up in the woods if we can to do that. If he wants to charge straight ahead, fine, go for it. Sending some spells our way. 9 hits, but we do have a 2 or better save with a reroll, so we're totally fine. Didn't want to move in. I might try to go after him. So if I pull up here, yeah, we can definitely get a charge in on either one. We could also just shoot him with the cannon. He's still there, exposed. This guy, I'm worried. Okay, we are out of charge range here, so he can't charge our cannon, so we can get another cannon shot off. Don't like all these great weapons advancing on us. I am not a fan. I think I'll just stay here. I'm kind of worried about something going after him. So I'm going to pass. Yeah, I don't have much else to do. I could move them up this direction. Yeah, they do have a decent charge. It's kind of hard to tell when there's so many overlapping ones whose is whose. We'll move over parallel with the halberds, basically. That's going to have to do it. Alright, 4 charges. Got plenty of options if I want to make a charge. I think here we just try to destroy the flank and then roll them up. Charge there. We'll countercharge you because you're already hurt. Not much though. Oh, he is going to go in for it. I can't get him now. I kind of was thinking about charging in, but if he wants to charge in to the woods and fight my halberds, I'm fine with that, honestly. I think that is okay. I don't know that I want to go after the Longhorns with their leader inside. I can. I don't know if I really want to, though. I feel like it's a dangerous spot to go into. We can get rerolls. We'll have extra attacks. Like, Like, we can do some damage. I'm just not sure it's going to be enough to break them. I'm going to give it a try. Can't countercharge. We're not going to flee. That's fine. Everybody's charging. We did all our charges. Yeah. Do you feel like I kind of have to use the cannon to shoot the other chariot there? Only 2 hits. A little bit of damage, but he's probably going to come charging right down at my cannon now. Alright. So let's give our knights the bonuses. Do I want the extra attack? I could save it until we can get like a charge in on something else. So I think I'm going to save it there. Activate wild form, so he's now going to be harder, but we are fighting with halberds, so we should be okay. You're at full strength. I will use the Holy Blade, because we are fighting a chariot. Let's have the extra attacks over here. We definitely need it. So we're kind of lining up here for a fight. That's fine. We are inside each other's charges already. I don't even need to move them, so that's fine. Harpies are coming in. Chariot's going to go right after my cannon, I'm sure. There's just nothing I can do about it. Hopefully we break most of the rest of this stuff. We're just going to have to recover afterwards. Oh, it didn't move. That's weird. Okay, hunters. This is going to be a bit of a challenge. 4 hits on us. We save on a 6, which isn't great. We do get 1, which is better than I expected. 11 hits back. 5. Did a couple. It's a draw. He was already hurt, though, so I think he's probably close to being dead. Here, our commander hopefully lands some hits. It's 2. So that's 2 damage right there. The rest of the knights, 7 hits. Nice. So that's already done. 4 hits back. Yeah, we do take some losses. Hero, 1 hit. Saved. 15 hits. So 10 kills, which is pretty awesome. That's almost the entire squad. They get 12 attacks back, only 4 land. Got a reroll, we lose 1 guy. They should break. Yeah, there's no way they can not break from that. Just took so many losses. Over here. 2 hits on us, 6 or better save. With our reroll, get 1, which is actually pretty good. 6 attacks back. 6. Why is it only 6 attacks? Why do we only roll 6? Oh, no, that's him attacking us again. That was the hero. This is the chariot. 2 more down. Actually, not bad for having taken a chariot charge. We lost 3. 10 attacks. 7 hit. We kill him. Over here. Hero on their side. 1 hit. Even with a reroll, we take a damage. Charging in, we have 10 hits. So 6 kills, 11 back, only 3 land, all 3 saved. Excellent. Break test. Please break. They break. Nice. So we have done some good damage. You can charge me. How can you charge me? I can't charge you. How can you charge me? That's bizarre. I can't charge back just because of the unit positioning and stuff. Swordsman, yeah, go ahead and charge the mongrels, that's fine. We are going to get charged in the flank, but I can countercharge, so that'll turn us enough. I can only charge the broken guys, so not a big issue. I can't get a flank in there. So that's about it. So these guys will turn, fight each other. I'll be able to bring you in. Fighting here, I'll be able to bring the halberds in on the flank, although the harpy... I thought for sure this chariot would go right after my cannon, but I guess the harpies might be coming in for that. So that's about it for charges. I'm just going to have to accept the charge over here. Oh, harpies are coming in the flank of my hunters. This guy's at 2. I thought he was down to 1. might want to give my hunters a bonus, just to help them out in this situation. Halberds, they're probably going to break, but if they don't, I want to be in position to get them in the flank. Everything's engaged, so my cannon has no shots. I will go ahead and activate my Holy Blade again, because I'm fighting another chariot. Over here, let's go for the shield on the hunters, so they can reroll their armor saves and hopefully survive the fight. Probably the mongrels will break. They don't have great discipline. So I am just going to ignore that whole situation and start heading down. This direction. Probably everything will be resolved before I get over here. If I can kill that chariot, make them break, make the other Mongols break, we'll be good. So we start here on the hunters. 4 attacks on us, 2 hits. Do have the reroll, we take 1. 8 hits back. He made all his armor saves, that's awful. Harpies get 6 hits on us. We lost quite a few. We are going to break here, it looks like. Yeah. Even with the reroll, wasn't enough. Couldn't even take out the chariot. That's too bad, just bad dice rolls. Swordsman, 7 hits. Decent number of hits. 5 hits back on us. Lose a couple. They break. Probably similar here. 6 hits. Make all but 1 save. 10 hits back. 6 of them dead. So they can hold if they roll a 4 or less, but no. Alright, our hero over here, Commander Elric. 2 hits. So that's 2 damage because of his ability. 4 hits on the knights. Mostly saved. 1 gets through, kills a guy off. Only 4. Pretty bad. Do win. Is he going to break? Yes. Okay, so that helps because he did break. Charge that chariot. So we're going to charge each other. Fine. Yeah, nothing important I can do as far as charges go. We are going to get hit in the flank here, too. Try to rally. Nope. They are still freaked out. Just for fun, I mean, I can throw a cannon shot at somebody. Let's try to pick off that chariot. Excellent. Let's try to bring our infantry in, though they are very slow. Unfortunately, you're kind of in the way for me to move my cavalry through here. I don't appreciate that very much. Their morale's about gone, though, so we'll see how that goes. Moving through the forest slows us down a ton. You're more narrow, so we can kind of get through, potentially, but I've got a completely about face. So I don't really have a good path for these guys to try to move in, but I don't think it's going to matter. So we'll just sort of move up. Now, I can give these guys double rerolls, or I could give them +1 skill and they reroll failed discipline tests. I don't know that they're going to break. It depends on how well they do in the fight. Let's just give them the rerolls for armor. So, hero. I don't have my ability active, though, so he's not doing double damage. 1 hit. That was not great. It did land, though. No armor saved. 2 hits back on us. With the reroll, we actually got both saves. Very nice. 5 hits. Okay, we take out the chariot. Harpies come in, though. 5 attacks. We get all our saves thanks to the reroll. Harpies break. Yes, excellent. So they held their ground and the Harpies freaked out. The armor held and they were just like, oh, I don't know what to do. Alright, I'm going to have to take some recovery here. That was a bit rough. Knights Aspirant, let's just get some knights back. Paladin leveled up. Let's go extra attacks, I think. Yeah. The Aura of Vengeance affects all knights is also good. I'm assuming it's only his retinue, not all knights on the field. We'll take some knight recovery. Halberd's leveled up. We could go more size. +1 combat score. Also is not bad. Helps us like not break in the face of enemies and help us sort of win those combats. The size is interesting. I'm going to go size. I've never had like a giant block of halberds. I think that could be fun. And we can take a whole bunch of recovery. Cannon for money. Swordsman. I'm going to go skill on these guys. 3's a bit low. Money or guys? Let's take money. Kingsguard. I mean, they're all not great. We'll take the 50% replenishment in case we do get wrecked. But we're only down 1, so we'll take money now. Hunters, give me a couple guys back. Because we did the special fight, we did get another level with our hero. So what do we want? Another Radiant Shield charge. I feel like we have too many spells as is. Extra health. Like, so I could see that, but I'd rather have an extra web. Like, that would be better. Given the extra health, in case somebody tries to just kill me in combat. Alright. Take a look at our army, just in case things have gotten weird. Sometimes it does, and doesn't really tell you. I think that's fine. Positioning, depth and stuff. Event. Optional battle. Some rogue wizards have been spotted in the area. Eliminate them for a reward. We get a magic item for our commander. This one isn't too bad. I think we'll go ahead and do that. If it's the same one that I remember before. It's just a bunch of heroes kind of scattered around. But we can do good damage, so I think we'll be okay. Let's put... Yeah, not the hunters. I want my cannon over here. About there-ish. Let's put our paladin, if we can, fit you in over there. Right there. So cannon will go in as far over as I can. So just covering that right side. So we'll just put a bunch of cavalry over here. On this side, we'll do swordsmen and halberds. And we're just going to go massive cavalry over here. Let's do you close-ish. My guy's in the way. Yeah, that's fine, I think. Far right, we'll do the hunters, put them a little forward, and then we'll have the King's Guard over here too. So those 3 wizards. Oh, different in this case. The last time they were mostly on like horseback and didn't have retinues. So we've got an Imperial Wizard with some swordsmen. We have Imperial Wizard with some foot knights, so a bit more dangerous, and then an Imperial Wizard on a griffin. Do we want to freeze somebody or shoot a cannon first? How about we... I mean, they can still cast spells from range, so I mean, that's a bit of an issue. But, the only one who's a real threat, really, is the griffin because of the speed. Let's just take a cannon shot at the griffin and see what we can do. Only 2 hits. Failed both saves, so that's 4 damage. He's down to 1 health. Spell coming in. We got 3 hits on... Was that the swordsman? We lose 1 guy. Not too terrible. If I'm going to freeze somebody, we should do it now, so let's do it. Let's just stop you from advancing with your little crappy swordsman. But I will go ahead and move in. Can definitely get into charge range. Yeah, just do that. Just get ready to just wreck them. Incoming spells, 3 hits. We actually lose a guy. Rolled really badly there. Hunters, let's see what you can do to help out. We'll just take the edge, and we'll take some long-range pot shots. Four hits. Yeah, 1 kill. Can't really get you in a good position. We could come over this way if they do make it all the way down. I think from here I can already charge the Griffin. He can probably already charge us too. So these guys will just countercharge each other. That's fine. We'll just sit tight. Keep the infantry here just in case I need some assistance. Bad angle. Try to aim for this gap here. We'll head on over that way. And I think we'll just have everybody here just sit tight. Should be a fairly quick fight once we get to terms with them. Yep, Paladin, countercharge him. Yeah, let's just go ahead and charge home. They're just basic swordsmen, so we should be okay. And we can cannon shot these foot knights. Alright, before you do anything crazy, hear me out. Cannon shot. Only 2 kills. Radiant Shield, so he's got a reroll. I'll take Holy Blade then. How about that? How you like that? Divine Favor. What does the Divine Favor do? +1 skill, reroll failed discipline test. He's only at 1 health, so he's going to die from our charge here most likely anyway. Up here, I will go ahead and we'll do the extra attacks. And let's buff our knights for our action. Hex of Ruin. Somebody Hex of Ruined. I'm assuming it's one of you two. There's too many things going on. I can't tell who was Hex of Ruined. There's just too many skills. So you guys... Nope, must be you guys. Yep. So that's going to reduce our defenses by 2. Not ideal. It could be worse. Actually, we keep up this way. Slight adjustment. We can get a flank off maybe here. Fortunately, I can't shoot in there, but we should have a flank charge if we need to. Next time. You guys can't reach me, so we can get another cannon shot off. I could intercept you with my Kingsguard. Okay, we have to turn a little bit. Got stuck on the terrain there. Right there. We'll just move up there. I can already charge them. We're just gonna have all these guys sit there and just watch. Alright, over here. Magic users aren't that great in combat. Hopefully we won't get hit too much. Actually landed 2 hits on us. Look at that. Saved though. Got 4 attacks back. 2 land. Alright, you're basically already dead, I think. Griffin. 2 attacks off. 1 save. 5 hits. Yeah. Dead, dead, dead. Up here. One hit. One save. 2 hits on us. We do make it, and we got 25. That's crazy. 17 hits. So what, 14 kills? 8 hits back us. Actually pretty good for them. But we've got good armor saves, and we're solid. You can't possibly not break, so you're broken. So 1 dead, 1 broken very quickly. Do I want to charge them? Let's just shoot the crap out of them. Let's just do that. Oh, never mind. You can reach me. Well, now I can't do anything. I didn't think about that. I didn't think they were close enough. Well, I guess I should have charged them. Now they're going to get a flank attack off on my paladin over there. And now I can't because they're doing that. So I'm not far enough to the flank or rear to do anything about it. That's too bad. I should be able to get a cannon shot off as they go, but can't do it. So we just get hit in the flank. But I can charge them in the rear with multiple different units if I want to next time. We can also hit them in the flank, probably with the swordsman. That doesn't matter too much, but I will activate it because we will fight the wizard. I'm going to give you rerolls on your armor saves. And then I am going to head your direction. So that's a potential rear charge, that's a rear charge. It's like I'm already set to do a bunch of these attacks. You guys can do a flank charge. Yeah, I'm already set. I don't even have to move. They can flank. We can rear with multiple units, so that's fine. As we move by, we will just take a few pot shots at the wizard there, I think. 6 hits. Alright. So we killed his entire retinue, and the wizard's down a bit, and he's running away like the coward he is. Just ignore him. Alright, we're getting hit in the flank, which is not great. 1 hit on us. We do get the save. We've got 4 attacks, 3 land. Failed his armor saves. I think we just killed him. I don't see an X there, but that I think should have been a kill. Foot Knights land 7 hits on us. 1 damage. 2 counterattacks. 2 saves. We did lose, but we hold. Alright, good. Yeah, is that guy dead? Yeah, the wizard's dead. So it's just his retinue left. Swordsman. Yeah, charge in the flank. Have my aspirants charge in the rear. These guys are totally screwed. We don't even have to do anything else. We'll just call it good. What do we have that we can do? I'll give them another reroll if we need it. Nothing else going on. That's fine. Just get right to it. Alright, up front, our hero. 3 hits. 2 kills. Hero in the back. 2 hits. 1 kill. Land 4 hits on you. Make all our saves. Excellent. 5 hits. Only 1 kill. Swordsman on the flank. That was pathetic. They only landed 2 hits. Both armor saved. Counterattack back missed, but in the rear, 13 hits. So 9 kills. There's no way they can recover. There's just a couple of them left, and then they're surrounded, so they just die off. Alright. So we will get something from that. We'll take a look here. It'll tell me in a bit. We did get a level for our hero as well. What do we want? Extra charge for Arcane Web. That's what I was saying I wanted. Let's take that. So we can now free somebody for a couple turns, but we can't do anything else if we prioritize that. Aspirants. Hey, we can get the Sworn Knights, so that helps us a little bit. I think it increased maybe our power, defense, something like that. Give me some recovery of units. The Sworn Knights also leveled up. Let's go skill. Give you some units. Halberds, just take money. Cannon also leveled up. Reroll failed damage saves. 6. Our unit rerolls 1s on ranged attack rolls. Yeah, we can do that. Because we rolled to see how many hit, so it's going to increase our numbers a bit. Swordsman. Yeah, get the full strength. Kingsguard over here. We're at 5. We'll just take money. And the Hunters, same. We'll just take money. So we get a Potion of Power. 1 use, +2 power, +1 attack till end of turn. I'd rather have like a passive, but you know, something like that is fine. So we can buy stuff, we'll get some recovery, then final fight. Yeah, that's a goofy formation. I can't go any wider than that, though. Kind of fine with that. That's okay. We could go wider, I think. So we could do that. I don't mind necessarily. 6 front or 7 front. We'll go with the 7 front, I think. Here, so we could do the crazy super narrow 3. That's a really weird block to move around. But in this formation, so that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of us can fight. If we're as wide as we can go, that's 12 of us can fight. So yeah, we'll just do that. We'll just have 1 reserve. If we take somebody who's losses, that's all right. All right. I don't know that we have enough money to buy another unit. We'll see what's discounted. A Pegasus mount. That would take me out of my retinue, though. I'd be independent on the map, which I don't really like. So I don't think I'm going to do that. And I can't even afford a peasant mob. That's kind of sad. All right, what can we do? +1 power, +1 defense, not bad. +2 skill, also not bad because we're not a super great fighter. Give our paladin lance and shield. I think that's good. Let's go +1 power, +1 defense on Nadia. We'll take the lance and shield on Elric. Then, oh, we've got something for our cannon. Explosive shells. -1 to target's damage save. Ooh, that's kind of nasty. We might as well get all this stuff just below our money because we're pretty much at the end. Sworn Knights. Nothing great. Charge bonus +1 power isn't awful. I do like the cursed standards. I like having the extra attack. We could do that for the halberds. +1 combat score isn't bad for the swordsman. That's about it, really. Okay, we'll take the Banner of Fury, or the Curse Standard, sorry, on the halberds. We'll probably take a whole bunch of stuff here. The King's Guard. Banner of Mist can help us if there's a lot of ranged stuff. So mainly on my knights, just making it harder and harder. We still have money. Let's go skill on Nadia. I don't really need more spells. I've got too many spells as it is. Reroll failed discipline. And I don't have enough to do a lot. if we do extra movement on them, I think is our best option. All right, we'll get a bunch of recovery here. So we automatically get some replenishment, and then we can get XP, or we can get even more replenishment if we need it. More full strength, so we just take the XP. I think everybody's going to be at full strength, though. I don't know that we're going to get any level ups here. Well, we can get one. Yeah, level up the hunters, the only level up we get. Plus 10 range. I mean, that's a pretty big bonus, actually. Yeah, let's take that. All right, I'm going to check our army before we get into a mess. So let's just go a little wider there. That's fine. Wish we could go wider, but we can't. I don't want a really long, weird oblong force. Halberds. Let's just go for the 3, I think, as well. Yeah. All right, what do we got? Don't recognize the symbol here. The Silver Host. High Elves mixed? Elf mixed? Something like that. Don't like the positioning here for our cannon. I feel like most of the nasty stuff's going to be in these two, and I can't really see both with a cannon. So cannon, let's go about like here-ish. We'll have Kingsguard hunters. And then maybe the sword militia behind the woods. We've got these big blocks with our characters to just fight whatever, and then we've got the halberds if something wants to come across. I think that's what we're going to have to live with. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. What do we got? All right, let's see. An elf mage on a dragon. That's not good for us. Elf lancers, pretty nasty. A dwarf cannon. Dwarf veterans. So dwarves and elves fighting together. Miners. An inferno cannon, like a flamethrower. Another dwarf cannon. Deep guard. These guys are really tough to deal with. And an elf chariot. So actually more stuff on the right. That's a bit more of a problem. Okay, I can freeze somebody from moving. I think that's worth doing, like right off the bat. Before I do anything else, do we want to stop? Let's stop the dragon from moving. You don't get to move. Then, I'm assuming the chariot's going to come charging in like a complete maniac. I'm just going to advance up a bit so that I can hit something. Kind of no matter what you do. Deep guard are more of an issue, I think. Halberds would be a good match for them because they don't get the good armor saves. So since you can't move, I am tempted to shoot you with my cannon, but taking out your cavalry or taking out your cannon is probably better. Go for the cannon first. Okay. So it's only got 1 health left. It does get a fireball off. 5 hits, 3 or better save. It does kill 1 of my knights there. Kingsguard down before we even get to do anything. Disappointing. I was hoping we could also take out that cannon for sure, like completely with my cannon shot. So that kind of sucks. I'm just going to advance you guys into the woods. See what they do. Alright, apparently the miners really want to fight my paladin. So I will accommodate them. veterans. It's a lot of cannons, but I don't know that they're going to get much use, honestly. Bring the halberds up. We'll kind of hang out parallel to everybody else over here. That's fine. Stop moving. Veterans are creeping up on us. Okay. Let's do something a little bit weird. Just to cause some issues. Well, that's a bit far. I don't want to go quite that far. I want to be out of their charge range for the moment. But once they move up, we will be in charge range. We'll take some shots at the Lancers just to see. So we get 6 hits. Do have a 3 or better save. We did drop one of them, so I mean that's something. What was that? I think he just moved a cannon or something? No, he just inched up with the chariot. Could position myself for a charge at the dragon. I don't know that you guys can take the dragon, though, without softening him up first. I think we'll probably end up fighting the Lancers here. So we'll just move up a bit. Yeah. Lancer fight. Cannon shot out over at, I'm not sure which unit. 3 hits at somebody. Did make a save. Okay, we lost one of our knights there. Cannon shot into the woods with our militia. Fine. Alright, charging time. So, we've got all kinds of charges we can do. I want you to go kill that chariot on the flank. Halberds against miners. I mean, I guess we could do that. It's going to be rough, but we can do that. Send the paladin in. We're just going to go for it everywhere, pretty much. Kingsguard against the Lancers. Fine. I'm going to charge the flank of the Lancers with the Hunters. You can't move or charge this turn, so that's fine. I think that's all we want to do for the moment. Mountain's Will. Not sure what. That sounds like a dwarf ability. What is Mountain's Will? All units +1 defense for 1 turn. Okay, well, that's fine. Now, I can freeze him again to stop him from doing anything. But then I can't do anything else like helping all my knights. So I think we're better off helping the knights this turn. So I'm going to do that. Especially over here. It's a bit of a mess. We'll have extra attacks as well. Okay, he's turning. Not sure what to do. He's getting ready to charge us in the flank here, the Hunters. Hunters are expendable, though. If we have to, that's fine. Paladin, we will activate our Holy Blade. Don't have a lot of great targets. I guess we just go for the veterans. Whichever veterans we want to with the cannon. Or we go for the other cannon. Let's finish off the cannon, I guess. Okay, cannon's dead. They are not in charge range of my cannon or my sword militia, so that's fine. We can at least get a cannon shot off. Over here, yeah, give me extra actions for the elf lancers. Cannons are looking around frantically with no targets. Halberd militia, we've got extra attacks as well. Let's go ahead and do it. Just try to break as much of this as we can this turn. Just destroy as many of his units as we possibly can. Now the dragon will be able to move next turn on a charge action, which is unfortunate. He's probably just going to charge the Hunters. If I move out to go for a flank here, he might charge them in the flank though. So I think I'm just going to sit tight with these guys. So we've activated, I think everybody that's in combat, we've activated all their abilities, so I'm just going to pass. This is going to be the tough fight against these, basically like iron breakers over here. Alright, we've got 3 attacks. We land 2. Do 1 hit. Got 26 attacks, which is bonkers. 17 hits. Yeah, he's definitely dead. Chariot, as it goes down, that's 1 hit, which we save. Excellent. Over here, you've got 12 attacks on us. That's 8 hits. With our reroll, thanks to that, very nice, we only lose 1. We've got 21. 14 hits, so we kill 7 of them. They're probably going to break. They need a 3 or less. Yeah. Broke the miners with very few losses. This is a bit hard. They've got a hero, and it's with these tough guys. So our fighter, we land 3 hits. Okay, we get a couple hits in on him. I think that kills him, actually, because we're doing double damage. So he should die. He missed all his attacks. We charge in and get 11 hits. 2 or better saves, though. Oh, they rolled really badly. 4 hits back on us. All but 1 save. We win by 4. They do hold. That's too bad. Alright. 11 hits on our side. Made quite a few saves. Only killed 1. Hurt another one. 4 back. We make all the saves. Come on, hunters, do something. 5 hits. Not great. Do kill another one. They are going to break. Alright. Taking care of some problems. Hunters are getting charged in the flank. I can't do anything about that. Can't charge anything. Can't charge anything. So that's all I can do for charges. There's no point going after broken units. Alright, you will go after the cannons. Turn, we'll come this way, we'll shoot with the cannon. Do I want to freeze anybody? We can stop someone from moving, potentially. Or we can give a bonus to our paladin up here. If I want to freeze somebody in place, I should probably do it now. Yeah, let's freeze these veterans right there, so they can't do anything. And then we are going to prepare a lot of pain for them. I'm kind of limited in where I can move. We'll move up. There's plenty of space. Some kind of action up there. This is bad. But taking out these cannons, I think, is a more priority rather than going after them with our knights. So I am going to prioritize going after the cannons and just taking them out. Fire cannon shot in there. Bad roll, just 2 hits. 1 kill, that's pretty pathetic. Let's go ahead and use... Yes, he's still alive. He's only got 1 health. Okay, we'll use my Holy Blade. Nope, he can turn and shoot. That's not nice. Decent save chance. We do lose 1 guy. Alright, my sword militia, we're just going to turn to fight you head on. That's fine. Yeah, we're inside each other's charge range. That's alright. I'd like you to hit the flank, so I'm going to maneuver my halberds over if I can. Unfortunately, we're in the woods, so it's a bit of a mess. Just want to angle so I don't get flanked. Alright, this is still a bit of a problem. Let's see if we can take this guy out. 4 hits definitely helps. Okay, I think that'll kill him. Yep, he's dead. He still gets his attacks, but he missed. Go in, get 8. They get all their saves, though, this time. 5 on us. We get all our saves. It's a draw. Might have to do something over there to help out. This is going to be a problem. Hero gets 1. We save it. Dragon lands 2. We lose 1 horseman. We miss all our attacks back. We do hold, though, so we do turn to fight. So we are keeping him busy. That's all I really need, is keep him busy. Alright. Here. Charge him in the flank. Could send the halberds in the front. Swordsman, yeah, countercharge. Since we know you can turn and fire, let's charge the Inferno Cannon first there. The halberds could really help out up here against the Deep Guard. So I'm not going to charge them in. I'm going to plan, let's try to turn them and move them up after we charge through. I might have, oh, I know, you're going to be in the way though. I don't know if we can get through the gap here. I might have to try to go all the way around, which will take forever. We get out of the woods pretty quick though, once we're over. But probably at least 2 turns just to get in position to help. Yeah, I think we do that just in case we fail combat and try to run away over here. Let's not charge in. This should destroy them, the flank charge. So let's just call that for charges. Okay. I can give ourselves a nice bonus. I don't think we need it against the veterans. They do have good defenses. It's because these guys have the Masterwork armor. That's what's making them so hard to fight. We could give these guys extra rerolls. Yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to do here with that. Let's save this in case we need to turn back around and go after the Deep Guard. Let's just give armor saves to them. You don't have any abilities. 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 The cannon can't see anything, I don't think. That's the only possible target. Might reposition so if these guys break, I can get a cannon shot. So if we come over, I think we can see through the forest. I think. If we're in it. That's not a good angle. Gonna have to see if that's gonna be enough. So if the hunters break, whether I can get a cannon shot out there. Alright, halberdiers, about face. Start getting out of the forest. Okay, hero's gone. 4 hits for our guy. 2 or better saves, though. 12 attacks. We land 7. Makes all of them. Yeah, it's a problem fighting these guys. The armor saves. They land 6 on us. We've got a 3 or better save with a reroll. We lose 1, so we have to make a chest. We do make it. That's fine. Over here, the hero. 2 hits. 1 save. Dragon. 4 hits. 1 save. 7 attacks back. Did some damage. It was a draw, so we keep him occupied. The veterans only land a couple hits on us. Counterattack, we only got 5. That's pretty bad. We did win the fight, though. They hold. This should be a bit of a slaughter. 1 hit for our hero. Save, though. 21 attack dice. 15 hits. So 9 kills. Counterattack. 1 hit. 1 save. They do hold, though, because they're dwarves. Alright, if we can take you out, I'd be happy. 5 hits. Dead. The crew gets a couple counterattacks off. Both saved, though. Need to mop up the other cannon. I can't just leave it there to shoot at us. So we will charge the cannon. Everything else, we're all busy. If we can kill them off, then we can move up on the dragon. This fight may take forever. So that's the only charge we've got. Just mop up the cannon. Alright, what do we want to do? I think we could do the skill and reroll failed discipline test to keep these guys in the fight. I think that's what I'm going to do. Need to hold them long enough that my halberds can actually get up there. Again, I'm not sure I can get my halberds up this way. Get out of the woods. That's pretty bad. We can't get very far that way. If we go this way... Yeah, I mean, we're not getting that far anyway. Fine. Let's turn up. Okay, you're gonna block me. That's too close even. Fine. We'll start heading out and up that direction. Okay, you don't have any abilities, you don't have any abilities, you don't have any abilities, you don't have any abilities. We'll just keep moving my cannon. Just come on out as much as I can. So that if they break, we can at least get a cannon shot off. Alright, we're back over here. 2 hits. I need him to roll really badly on his armor saves, unfortunately, is what I need. 8 hits. Killed 1. They get 4 hits on us. Okay, we failed again, but we hold. We did kill one of them, and we didn't take any losses. Mage gets a hit. Dragon, 3 hits. We've lost another hunter. 3 hits back. Did 1 damage. We do break. Okay. You might be blocking my cannon. I'm not sure. He might be so fast he can reach my cannon anyway. So, these guys. Veterans. 3 hits on us. Save 2. 9 hits back. We only killed a couple. We did win, though. But they hold. Hopefully we break these guys this time. 2 hits, 2 saves. Unfortunate. 12 hits. Only 1 failed. That's crazy. 4 hits back on us. We actually lose the combat there, surprisingly, but we do hold. Should take out the cannon crew here without a problem. Yeah. Couple hits back, 1 lands, we save. Alright, I might have to use you guys to help out the deep guard situation just to break them. This is turning into a giant mess. I thought for sure we'd crush these veterans this time too. I don't have any charges though that I can do this turn right now. Hunters are getting charged in the rear by the dragon now. Awesome, super helpful. Yeah, that dragon. What's your health at? We did do a little bit. He's down 4 health, so we've 3 to go to kill him. Unfortunately, no cannon shot as a result. I think I'm going to have to reposition my cannon again. I think, can I just go past you? No, don't have the movement. I mean, if I can get to a position where he can't charge me, I will live with it. So if they break, cannon shot, you can't charge me. Something like that. Okay. Magic options. What do we want? I could go ahead and burn this potion of power at this point, just to make sure we nuke these guys. I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's just stop screwing around. I could have you go after the dragon. But if I can crush them, we can move on and go after the dragon there. So I'm going to position to hit you guys in the rear, just to finish off these deep guard, hopefully. Halberds as well. I don't think we can get a charge from there. Yeah, we're too far in the front. All right. 2 hits from our champion. We got one kill. 9 hits. Ooh, bunch of ones this time. Okay, we might actually get them broken now before, like, they saw us coming up behind them and they're like, okay, fine. 4 hits on us. Save most. They hold. So even though we got really lucky with the dice rolls, so we did need to kind of get in that position. Alright. Veterans get 8 hits on us. Do take 4 losses this time. We only got 5 hits out of all that? We lost by a couple. We do hold, just barely. That was a bit of a mess. Alright, get these guys wiped out ASAP. 2 hits, 1 dead. 14 more hits. So we only killed 3 more. 6 hits on us. We lose a horseman. They hold. With like 6 or 7 guys left. Hey, missed. Dragon comes in for a few more hits. Yeah, they're just gonna keep running. If I'm lucky, cannon shot wins the day there. Oh, we can get a flank shot off. Alright, Kingsguard, charge. Halberd, charge. No, he just charged them. They weren't off the map. So I don't think we've got the angle, unfortunately, for the cannon shot. Yep, he's way out of it. Well, I'm going to keep trying to position. Let's go up like this way, and then we'll just swing around. Maybe we can take him out with the cannon, if we're lucky. Okay, you veterans are definitely causing some problems. This should be the end of the deep guard, though. Give me, what's our skill comparison here? 4 and 4. Let's go skill and fail discipline roll for the sword militia. Just to keep them in the fight long enough, we can take them out and then come in. These guys should be done here. 2 hits. No kills. 7 more hits. 1 kill. Counterattack, 5 hits on us. 1 damage. Halberd's on the flank. This should be what does it, but we rolled terrible on our attack rolls. We only got 3 hits. We killed 2 more. Rear charge, 4 more hits. 2 more kills. Yeah, they're broken at this point and wiped out because we've surrounded them. On this front, 5 hits on us, 2 dead. 11 hits back. Excellent. Killed 3. It's a draw. We need this to finish them off. 2 hits. 1 dead. 15 more hits. Come on. That leaves one of them left alive. One attack back. Hopefully they break. They rolled Snake Eyes for the one last guy holding up my force there. Okay, another hunter down. Dragon gets a couple hits. Takes out another one. Yeah, they're gone off the map. Yeah, I can't believe this last veteran holding everything up. Such a hassle. Alright, can't do any charging. That's fine. Dragon turned around, throw the fireball my way. Crew's still alive, which means I get a cannon shot at you. You are at 3 health. 3 hits with the cannon. Nice. Dragon is dead. We got it with the cannon. Alright. The leaders are all gone. Let's go with the armor rerolls on the Sword Militia. And we're going to try to get everybody out of this big mess. I wish there was just an about face order. Unfortunately, we're not in a great position to get out of here and into the fight. Got woods down this way. Woods up there. I really needed this veteran to die off so we could kind of come around to help out. But it's just this last bit of veterans holding the center that's left. I guess we could try to go around the woods. It's a lot of wasted movement, but we'll live with it. Got cavalry approaching from all directions, essentially, at this point. Alright, they get 4 hits. We get all our saves, though. 7 hits on them. So we killed 4. They broke! It's all up to this one last veteran. We hit him. He saved. 16 hits on him. He made a lot of saves. Like, that's ridiculous. He made 14 of 16, 3+ saves. That's bonkers. But he missed his attack. Alright, we got the win! That was a bit rough, but mainly just because it took a while. We get the Enchantress achievement. Alright, the Trail of Dead conquered. How did we do? So in the end, we're going to unlock the Pegasus Knights. Yeah, Pegasus Knights unlocked. So 8 battles won, 2 elite battles, 2 boss battles. We lost 85 models, but we killed 479. Very nice overall, I think. And I think for the kills here, it counts as like each wound counts. I don't think it actually counts models here. But she's mainly a spellweaver, so she was helping out stuff and helping us not take losses. I think usually I lose at least 100 guys, like 100 models. But because of our increased chances to like do rerolls and stuff, I think we lost quite a bit fewer overall in the fights. So not a lot of kills for her, but that's kind of what you expect from a magic user. Although we did buff her stats quite a bit by the end, so she was actually fairly formidable with 6 skill, 4 power, 4 defense, had some extra health. Our commander here didn't hang out very long, but still got 15 kills, got up to level 2. So our accompanying knights errant for a long time eventually became sworn knights. Lost 12 models, killed 135. Pretty good exchange rate there. Elric's guys, again, they weren't in the fight too long. They lost 6 for 25. Our halberds just barely got more than they killed, which is, pretty reasonable. Most of these basic infantry aren't that great. The halberds can usually do more because of the effects of the halberd, just that they don't get great armor saves against us. We got the skill up, so we got a positive exchange there. I think the cannon ended up doing a really good job overall. I wasn't really super enthused with the cannon at first, but he did a really good job in most of our fights. 98 kills. Some of that is the multi-health like targets that we finished off, like the dragon and the hero in the end and stuff. So it's actually 98 wounds worth of damage essentially we dished out. Our swordsman, 18 models lost, 27 killed. Honestly, surprised it's more kills than losses for these guys, but with all those defensive bonuses we had, kind of makes sense. Our little separate Kingsguard guys that we got only lost 8 for 85 kills. Very nice. And even the hunters, I'm actually really surprised it's this good because I felt like we lost a lot of hunters, but they do have 2 health each, so that's a part of why. But 19 lost for 53 kills. A pretty good result overall, I would have to say. All right, so that was a run as the Knights of Avalon with the second of the two. I did the Paladin myself and then played as the Maiden. Looks like we might have a unicorn. That's the next unlock. And there are ways to make the fights harder and stuff, starting off with just less gold. I've got a bunch that I haven't even, like a bunch of heroes I have not even tried, but I do like this game quite a bit. I wish it was a little bit more like Warhammer Fantasy, like had the initiative, had things like running down opponents. I wish you could shoot into combats from flanks or rear. That kind of stuff would be kind of cool, but probably not going to happen. But it's always kind of fun to come back and play around with this a little bit. This has been more SOVL. I've been Disturbing Puppet. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Until then, have a good one.